Welcome back to AFTV, everyone. That's a really good win for Arsenal. 3-1 at Brentford, having gone 1-0 down. They actually made a decent start to the game, but once they got that goal, it became a bit awkward for Arsenal. They had to wrest a little bit back momentum. But to be fair, it wasn't even sort of great football that got us the goals as well. Don't get me wrong, Arsenal played some good football tonight, but it was actually just sheer persistence and wanting it. And sometimes that's what we'll show away from home, especially at ground like this. Brentford, really tough place to go. And to do it from 1-0 down, win 3-1, very happy. Arsenal were very comfortable in that second half. Two early-ish goals, I think by the 55th minute or whatever. We'd got those two goals to go 3-1 up, and Arsenal just managed the game really, really, really well. I think, if it weren't for the late night, New Year's and all, Happy New Year to everyone, I think I'd be buzzing about this result. I think I'm just a bit sleep deprived, because when I actually sort of stop and really take in, I was just saying to everyone in the background who I work with, that's a really big win for Arsenal. That's a really good win. Not just the context of the injuries to Bukayo Saka, having to do something different with the 11. Then you're missing, Kai Havertz because of illness. So already, there's doubts going into the game. You bring Calafiori back for his first minutes. You've got a 17-year-old starting on the right. You know that Liverpool looks sensational, so there's more pressure to keep winning. We've got this game followed by Brighton, so we had to get off to a good start. They are sensational at home. Their record shows that. Brentford, a lot of clubs have really struggled there. They give pretty much any team a decent old game, to be fair, home or away. And this has kind of been the team, or the kind of team that have caused Arsenal problems over the years. I mean, I've said in the preview, even when we've won here, or beaten Brentford at the Emirates over the last few years, never easy. A draw in there, 1-1 at the Emirates, a couple late goals from Kai Havertz has won us games, kind of a 1-0 or just games just sort of slightly going our way. This was a lot more comfortable than that. And this is arguably a better Brentford, albeit they don't have Ivan Toney, who's caused us problems. But they had Mbeumo, who did cause us problems. And, with their opening goal did. But Arsenal, like I said, after 10-15 minutes after that goal, trying to wrestle back momentum, they finally did it. I think what we need to do is really praise Mikel Arteta today. And we'll go through the players as well. But I thought he went with quite a brave 11. Now, I can understand why you don't want an 18-year-old left-back and a 17-year-old right-winger. So I think the start for Ethan Nwaneri is the reason Lewis Skelly has come out the 11 for Calafiori. Also maybe for a little bit more physicality. But Calafiori, he did okay. Lewis Skelly was better in the previous performances as a left-back than Calafiori was today. But he did fine. I mean, apart from the goal, and Mbeumo didn't do too much out on that side. But he did get the better of Calafiori for that goal. But the reason I say it's a brave 11 is because he's gone with Nwaneri out on the right, who I think, when you look at the squad, and you do matchups and you go, you're talking about quality, but you're talking about profile. The closest thing we have to Bukayo Saka is Nwaneri, a left footer who can carry, who can run at players, who's got a bit of a burst, and he showed that today. He's happy to go on the outside like Saka does so comfortably as well. Earned us the odd corner, caused some havoc at times with that. But what I really liked, he was drifting in the pockets on the inside with Timber overlapping, combining with Odegaard, and still, when we talk about that right hand side, playing a lot of our best football through that, he still had that with Nwaneri there. Instead of Saka, who's obviously nursing what was potentially a 2, 3, 4 month injury. Obviously, we hope he gets back as soon as possible. But in his absence, Nwaneri did really, really well. He went for the closest profile, Mikel Arteta, to Bukayo Saka, and it yielded a more balanced looking team. Martinelli, for me, absolutely a trier, and I actually thought did okay against Ipswich, but he doesn't play that game anywhere near similarly to Bukayo Saka. So we needed someone who could, and we want to address that in the window, but you've addressed it in the window. If we do, turning to Nwaneri was good from Arteta. So I thought he looked really, really good today. Some people gave him man of the match. Sharding in the background, big fan of his performance. Go watch along highlights. But he was terrific, and he was certainly in Arsenal's top 2-3 players. Other players thought really stood out. I thought Thomas Partey ran the game today, on and off the ball, because we do this thing where we discredit Partey off the ball to big up Declan Rice, and we discredit Rice on the ball to big up Thomas Partey. And the reality is, Partey's very good off the ball. Rice is very good on the ball. They both have their strengths over the other. So he opted for Marino with Partey and Odegaard in the 11. I wondered whether it would give us more balance. I can't really say that Arsenal looked massively more balanced in terms of midfield control. I think at times we still look like, we need a little bit more in there, whether it be cohesiveness, quality, whatever. But Thomas Partey really shone above the rest, certainly, if not just in midfield, on the pitch. I thought he was terrific. And everything was running through him. But then he really had a burst to win back possession and just try and just clamp down any Brentford counter-attack, because that's how they were going to hurt us. That's how they did hurt us. Odegaard gives the ball away and then Mbeumo scores. So I think Partey sort of recognised, and actually just before Odegaard gave the ball away, Partey had just recovered back to win back possession for the third time in already the 13th minute of the game, whatever it was. So he was terrific in there. And then, none of the good football we play is possible without William Saliba and Gabriel, because those two are just absolute rocks at the back, and they give us a platform. The amount of times that they play a ball forward and they think, well, we've hit it into space, we've got control of it, and then Saliba just gets his body across, he just gives them a little nudge away from the ball, lets the ball run past, and then he just jogs back to just start the attack again for Arsenal. All of that it gives us a platform. It just allows the players to stay up the pitch, camped in Brentford's half, and they don't really feel so brave to come forward, and then you're playing your football, and it's about getting creative. Martinelli, well done on your goal. It's a really good goal. A lot of fans have been on him. Again, I didn't think he was brilliant today, but always a trier. There's one player in the squad whose work ethic I never question. It's Gabriel Martinelli's. But he really showed quality with that finish. And he actually makes a really good run for the first goal, where he makes that dart, and okay, it doesn't quite come off, but again, endeavour, trying things, going on the inside, trying to make things happen, and then by just trying to win that second ball back and persistence, through sheer willpower, Arsenal get through. It's Partey who I've already praised, his shot is then saved, and Jesus is ready to go, and that's another striker's type finish. A striker who's like waiting for something to happen in the box, not always looking to combine, not always looking to just make things happen on the edge of the box and bring the wingers into play. Actually go, no, let me be in the area where the ball might fall to get us a goal and win us the game. Got us the equaliser, and then after that, set piece FC come through. Well done, Nicolas Jova and Marino, and of course, as we mentioned, Martinelli with that goal. Is there any bigger picture, wider implications? No on the signings front. I don't think we suddenly, go, well, we don't need a forward, and when here is the answer, we're fine, because what we've just done is moved Odegaard's back up. So if you are arguing for that, then you've got to think we at least need another midfielder. Reality is we probably need both. The title race, till Liverpool give us that opening, is not really a lot we can do, except keep winning games. Keep winning games, keep the pressure on them. They will have harder games. They will drop points at some point. And we will too. We will drop points between now and the end of the season. But it's just about putting as many points on the board as possible. Keep up the pressure. Keep trying to narrow that gap, and then see where we end up in the coming months. But try to do your business in the January transfer window to at least strengthen for the other competitions. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Hit the like button, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to AFTV. Be kept up to date with all the match reactions coming out from the ground and here in the studio. Arsenal won 3-1. Really good win at a difficult place. And Arsenal at least asked some sort of question of our rivals. See you in a bit.